Hello and welcome to the first episode of this here podcast. It's not the title, obviously, but you get what I mean. Anyway, I just want to do this thing right at the beginning of the episode just to sort of introduce myself and what we're doing here and how I feel about what we're going to be doing as time goes on. This is The Adventures of the Mighty Mite. It is a superhero podcast following the adventures of a young teenage girl who deals with crushes in school and fighting monsters, so very original. But it's a project I've been working on for a while. Originally, I tried to make it as a comic, but that didn't work out, so I just kept it in my back pocket for a little while, about 3 years, and now we're here, and it's finally being made into a podcast, which I hope, if people receive this first episode well, that we can make more episodes and we can do more with it. But I just want to thank everyone for listening to it, and at the end of this episode, we're going to have some more information about how you can help support us if you enjoyed the episode and what you can do as far as following us on Tumblr, YouTube, other platforms, stuff like that. That'll be at the end of the episode. But once again, I just want to thank everyone for listening. I hope you enjoy, and here we go. Our heroine finds herself in a swamp-like environment. A green mist clouds her vision as she makes her way through the strange place.
Do you see it?
Said an echoing voice in the distance.
No. What's it even supposed to look like anyway?
The echoing voice proceeds to reply to our heroine with an almost inaudible frustration.
Big!
Well, that helps.
Our heroine pushes through the surrounding flora as she continues her search.
Look, you'll know it when you see it, okay? I just need you to get this under control before it gets out of hand.
Well, it's not like it... Whoa!
Our heroine looks up to see what she's been looking for. A large robotic insect that towers over her. It stands in attack position waiting for her next move.
Okay, you found it. Whatever you do, try to take it down without breaking it.
That's gonna be easier said than done. This is just getting annoying.
Seeking to end this ordeal once and for all, our heroine presses a button on her watch. Her body begins to glow as she lunges towards the creature. Her body phases right through the machine as it fizzles out and falls. She stands over it in triumph, dusting off her hands.
Wait, did you break it?
No.
Again, our heroine presses a button on her watch, but this time she leaps up and expands in size. She jumps out of a petri dish and returns to normal size within her brother's laboratory.
That was surprisingly easy.
Aiko, I just wanted you to stun the nanobot so I could deactivate it and see why it was malfunctioning. I hope you realize how long it takes me to make those.
Yeah, but at least it will give you something to do while I'm at school.
Just don't be late. Mighties don't get a pass on being punctual.
Our hero ponders on her.
Hey.
Huh?
Dude, take 5.
Oh.
I got this?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
School. Right. School is just about the only normal part of my life now. Not that I'm complaining, because having superpowers is pretty cool. I'm one of the lucky people in the world known as a Mighty. No one knows exactly how or why it happened. This weird light shot out of nowhere. It was over in a flash, but then people around the world were given weird powers. As I'm sure you've guessed, I ended up with shrinking powers. My older brother calls it mass shifting. Apparently, I can also store the energy I use when I change size into these laser blasts that I shoot from my fingers. There are other little perks too, like being able to shift my density enough to walk through walls and float along the air. Not everyone was so lucky. Some people couldn't control their powers. My brother, Yuuto, and several other scientists got together and developed these things called inhibitors. They help to keep people's powers in check. Some people choose not to wear them. In most cases, this works out just fine. Though, in some cases, people turn into what we now call Kaijin. Sometimes, when someone loses control of their powers, they become inhuman. It used to be a pretty big problem, until my brother came up with a way to stop them. He and the other scientists developed the Mite system. Certain people with powers were chosen to be superheroes. The Mite system gives users a suit to protect them from harm. Every Mite has a handler who helps keep their powers in check during a fight. When a Mite needs to use their full power, their handler gives them permission to use a limit finisher. Yuuto is a lot more liberal with letting me use most of my powers than other handlers, but he says it's because he thinks I'm pretty good at handling my powers. Right now, I'm a lot less worried about monsters and superpowers than I am about other things. Like girls. Particularly Charlotte. Not that I've ever had the time to talk to her, or, figure out if she even likes girls.
Hey, Aiko. Do you know if that test for calc is today or tomorrow?
Hopefully tomorrow, since I didn't study. Maybe I'll get lucky and a monster will attack the school and the test will be cancelled.
Did you guys hear about the Kaijin thing last night?
The one at the mall? I can't stand it. I was gonna pick up a new phone, but then I couldn't leave home because some jerk decides to go wild on the only Apple store 4 miles.
Can't you just ask your dad to borrow his car? It's only across town.
Regina, I love you, but you're white, and your dad is loaded with like 3 cars. You are not even remotely in the realm of understanding my struggle. I wouldn't be surprised as the mall is open again today. I heard Mighty Spark stuck around to clean up the mess.
What about that Switch guy? I heard he's hot. Good ass, at least.
If you say so. We better get to class.
You okay? You're not usually the glued to your phone type.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's just my brother. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Aiko.
Hey, Armando.
Didn't see you all weekend. Did you hear about the stuff that went down at the mall?
No, I was busy all weekend helping my brother with his science stuff. Anyway, how was your weekend?
Boring as usual. You'd think living in Monster Central, something interesting would happen to me. The biggest thing I have to worry about is the test today.
Crap. I thought that was tomorrow.
Hey, watch where you're going!
It's fine. Don't worry about it. What a jackass.
You'd think he'd at least say sorry or something.
Isn't that Charlotte's brother? Walter, I think his name is.
Walt. Yeah, that might be him. Who knows, though? The guy barely shows up to school. He's a senior. But I've heard he's been involved in some shady stuff.
Not interested in male angst. I'm going to have to super cram during lunch, so I don't need a distraction. You know, I was half joking about hoping a monster would attack the school, right? I was only joking? Got to find a way to get down there. I need to make sure no one's hurt.
All teachers, please guide the students outside in an orderly fashion. Remain calm. Authorities have been notified. We ask that all students remain calm and stay with their class.
Gotta find a way to get out of this crowd. There is one way to get out of here with no one noticing. Now to find out just what's going on here. Well, that's a big one. Better suit up for this. Mighty change! Hiya! Now is really not the time for a call.
Mite, the Kaijin alert went off near your location. Is everything okay?
Not really. Dealing with a heavyweight. Seems to be an insect mutation.
Luckily, I packed something in your suit that should help you. I'll activate it now. I call them gnats. They're stored in your suit. I'm thinking of making more, which is what I needed your help with this morning.
Stupid bug.
I mean, you're a beetle. But sure, let's go with the insect insults.
Stay out of this. You have no idea what this is about.
Whoa!
No. Stay away from me.
You're not going anywhere. I'm not done with you yet.
Hitting headfirst into the bleachers would not be a good look.
Oh, well, this is certainly useful. Now I just have to stop Mr. Handsome. Whoa.
Cool. A hoverboard. Guess it's time to tap into my inner Marnie to fly.
Coming through! Mighty shot! Looks like that finishes that. And it looks like the kid ran away.
Worry about that later. You're gonna have to get this cleaned up so the Foundation can help this Kaijin mutation victim.
Yeah, it might be a bit too late for that.
Walt?
Oh my god. I just beat up my crush's older brother? This is not how I saw my day going at all.
Okay, I hope everyone enjoyed the first episode. Just a few other things before we sign off. I just want to let everyone know if you're interested in following us anywhere else, we are currently available on Tumblr at theadventuresofthemightymite.tumblr.com. No spaces for that, obviously. We're also on YouTube under the same name. Other than that, we're hoping to eventually start a Patreon just to help support the show, get us some better equipment, maybe, help with other projects or anything else we have going on. Besides that, we're hoping to set up an iTunes. I'm sure by the time this episode is actually out, that'll actually be in the description. If you're interested in finding out any other information regarding the show, follow us on Tumblr for cast information, for any further ideas that we're working on for future episodes, anything like that. So for now, I just want to thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a nice day. See you next time.